Yeah, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review of another Bruceploitation film. But this one is not really... It's more of a parody comedy, and I thought it was a pretty good and pretty fun one. It's called Enter the Fat Dragon. It stars Sammo Hung. Now, for those who don't know, this is a guy who worked with Bruce Lee at the beginning of Enter the Dragon. Had a sparring session with Bruce Lee's character. And he grew up with Jackie Chan. They know each other very well. He's worked with Jackie Chan quite a few times, quite a few movies. Someone has directed many movies, including, I believe he did Mr. Nice Guy, starring Jackie Chan, and he has a cameo in it, which I really enjoy that movie. He's been a lot of other stuff too. He was on a TV show, Martial Law, which I never got to see. I don't know if that film's on DVD or anything. I would like to see it, but never got to see it. He stars in this as a guy who's a pig farmer, but then he is told to go to the city to work with his relative at a restaurant. But this character is a big fan of Bruce Lee, to the point that he's softly tapping the pigs, doing the wah like Bruce Lee, and he's always thinking about Bruce Lee, posters of Bruce Lee. At one point, buys sunglasses to look like Bruce Lee. And it's funny, like, does this make me look like Bruce Lee? And, Samuel looks at a poster of Bruce Lee, and the guy looks at him, and the guy looks at the poster, and he sees a fat pig with sunglasses on it. So, but this is more of a parody comedy, kind of like the Dragon Lives Again. It's a little bit more of a parody, which that's the one where Bruce Lee dies. He's in the underworld, and you have like James Bond and Emmanuel and Clint Eastwood, but it's not Clint Eastwood. Even though that one's crazier idea-wise, I think this one is, and I can enjoy for that, which I'll get to that film down the road. This one is a better made film. Maybe that's because of Sammo Hung. Because Sammo Hung, like I said, he worked with Bruce Lee. He knew Bruce Lee personally. So he really got the mannerisms down. Like he really, you tell he respected Bruce Lee, and this is done in love. Like after that opening, you have the credits with this red background. He's fighting all these guys, doing the Bruce Lee mannerisms, and you realize he's daydreaming, and he accidentally puts a hole in the boat he's in while he's imagining doing this. And usually, when you have someone, oh, he's a daydreamer and he pictures being good, when reality happens, he'll suck. Not the case, which I found refreshing. I'm like, oh, he's actually good. Like during the work at the restaurant, I believe for his uncle, he fucks up these two purse snatchers. And the version I saw is subtitled. It was on YouTube. I don't know if there's an English dub of this. I actually think it'd be nice if Sammo Hung would redub with his voice like Jackie Chan has done in other movies, but uh, maybe that's not the, I don't know. I mean, hell, even Jackie Chan, he didn't do that for Police Story or Police Story 2. Like, it'd be nice if it was Jackie Chan's voice in Police Story 1 and 2, but I don't know. I guess they just choose at some point to not do that, or they weren't paid. I don't know the whole deal with that. But even with subtitles, there were some funny lines. Like someone has a gun on Sammo, and the guy goes, "If I shoot, what's going to be faster, me or you?" And Sammo's like, "I am. I'll die faster." I thought that was a pretty fun line. But again, there's some nice touches to Bruce Lee, like he's doing the mannerisms, he's practicing it, and you hear the Enter the Dragon music. And there's a point where these guys won't pay for food, and they're just tearing up the restaurant, and he just kicks ass. He's fast, very well choreographed fight scenes. He has some nunchuck fun. He really knows how to handle his nunchucks. And it's sort of a series of events where that happens. Of course, the bad guys don't come back. One of the co-workers he knows, he wants to be an artist. Sammo, he has to get a new job. He gets another job at another restaurant, and these two guys are disrespecting Kung Fu. One of them's an American guy. And again, he's doing the Bruce Lee thing. And kicks the guy's ass and makes him say, number one, after stepping on his foot and punching him. And maybe like the first, it's not as wall-to-wall action as, say, Soul Brothers of Kung Fu was, or Enter the Game of Death, or some of these other movies. It's not as wall-to-wall action as I would have preferred. But Sammo Hung has had a certain likability and charm to him. Made him a little bit of a lovable character in the film. And it has some decent funny bits. He's fucking up this car. He's beating it painted red, and he finds out it's his manager's car. Roy Chow, for those who don't know, he was Lao She in Indiana Jones' Temple of Doom. Nice try, Lao She. Okay, Dr. Jones. He was also in Bloodsport. He was the man who taught Van Damme his stuff in Bloodsport. He makes an appearance as this. He's not the bad guy. He's not the main bad guy. He's sort of one of the guys who knows the bad guy. And then they have these three fighters, and this is really, I was a bit shocked about this. One of the fighters is a black-faced Asian guy pretending to be black. I did not expect that. I don't know if it was his, whoever, if it was their choice to mock maybe American films, like, who was it? Mickey Rooney and Breakfast at Tiffany's. Like people who pretend to be Asian but they were white guys. So they figure, hey, we could do the same thing. Well, what do they say? Two wrongs don't make a right. It's still kind of weird. It's like, what the fuck? A blackface Asian guy. The fuck? It's like Sheethouse Howl and Soul Man. If he was Asian. This party happens. He gets drunk. And he sort of does sort of a take of Jackie Chan's Drunken Master, but it's all these food analogies, which made for an interesting sequence. Is again well choreographed. And I mean, the plot with the bad guys, that's a weak point. Something to do with forged paintings, and one of them who looks like an Asian version of the Monopoly guy, although this one does have a monocle. He wants this woman who's at the restaurant, as it reminds him of a lady he loved, and it's like even the movie itself knew that you can't spend too much on them because it deviates into a scene that really has nothing to do with the rest of the movie, but I think it's the best scene in the movie. So yeah, even the movie knew that, where the party ends and he gets hired, Sammo Hung, for a Bruceploitation film, which I thought was kind of interesting. You have a film a Bruceploitation film in a film that could be qualified as a Bruceploitation film. That's what I mean. This is more like a comedy parody, kind of not really making fun, but taking maybe a shot at those movies. Because there is a Bruce Lee impersonator, which I think it'd be funny if they actually got one of the Bruce Lee impersonators, like Bruce Lee or Bruce Lee with L-E, but no. I don't think. But it's a Bruce Lee imitator, and it's Bruce Lee type of film. And Sammo Hung keeps getting more and more pissed because he's like, you're not like Bruce Lee. Try harder if you want to imitate him. So he fights the Bruce Lee imitator and beats his ass, and then fights Bruce Lee, like that imitator's his buddies, and kicks their ass as with the Bruce Lee mannerism. Is And I swear the music is like Way of the Dragon, like Return of the Dragon type of music playing. It's it's a I think the movie's worth a watch, but even not, if you can find that one scene, at least watch that. But I do think the entire movie's worth a look. It's not too long. And yeah, there's a few spots that I thought were kind of slow. And then the stuff with the villains didn't really do anything for me, I will admit. It's cool to see Roy Shao, who was in Bloodsport and Temple of Doom, but the other guys, again, to me, the weakest part of the movie, they just weren't that interesting. And their plot as to what they're doing, even the movie seemed like I don't give a fuck in that aspect. But that scene where he's fighting the Bruce Lee imitator as he himself is doing, the Bruce Lee imitation the right way. And again, really good fight scenes, wonderful, beautiful choreography. I like the music. I think it is like Way of the Dragon type of music. And then the finale, him and his buddy, this woman they knew just drugged because this bad guy, like I said, wants her. They chase them. And pretty much, it's funny because most of the finale is just Sammo Hung fighting these three guys. Because after he beats the three guys, it's like, yep, they have the girl. And yep, the bad guys are caught. And we don't see that. So even the movie itself's like, we don't care about that. We just care about Sammo Hung fighting these three guys. Which, I guess they have a point. Because at the very end, I'm like, well, what happened to Roy Chow? And what happened to that professor or that, Monopoly man looking guy? I guess they got caught because they have the girl back, but again, even the movie doesn't seem like it cared. But when he fights the three guys, he fights them one at a time. Like I said, really good. He fights the black-faced Asian guy first. Again, I don't know why they did that. I really don't. But he fights one guy who's sort of more of a boxer, and then fights the third guy who's more of the, you know, kung fu type. And he even gets a stick or a bow, like a metal pipe. And so Sammo gets these rings, kind of use them like a hula hoop, and like these rings, and does a wonderful job, like disarming the guy and beating the guy up. Again, I'm not going to go for move on what he does in these fight scenes, but it's definitely a good usage of slow motion, like the boxer has a mouthpiece, and at one point fucks up the guy in the mouthpiece. I would say Enter the Fat Dragon. It's worth a look if you like Sammo Hung and you've never seen it. You can tell he respected Bruce Lee. He studied Bruce Lee. The look, the mannerisms, the movements. He did a wonderful job with that. He's seemed like a little charming, affable, lovable character. The fight scenes were very well done. You get some nice nunchuck action. You get uh, good extended battle scene where he fights each guy one by one by one. And, you know, and of course, the being hired for a Bruceploitation film and then getting pissed at a Bruce Lee imitator. Try harder if you want to imitate him. He was a legend. Sammo Hung sticking up for Bruce Lee against his imitator. So that was pretty cool. That was sort of almost like breaking the fourth wall, which was interesting because this film was like 1978 when it came out, so it was really. I think there's a sequel. Might have to give that a look someday. But this was a lot of fun. Yeah, the bad guys, they're still. I mean, not really that interesting. And there's a couple slow spots, but yeah, if you like martial arts, if you like Sammo Hung, if you like these kind of movies, it's easily worth a look, and you can easily find it on YouTube for free. So definitely uh, recommend it. And Sammo Hung, he did a wonderful job with it. So thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.